Hello students, good morning. Myself Rakesh Kumar Sharma, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, RA College of Engineering and IT, and we are going to discuss and study the subject MEMS and Nanotechnology. Lecture 4, the topic is Dynamic Light Scattering. Now first one is, we want to know that what is light scattering. The interaction of light with the electric field of a small particle or molecule results in scattering of light. Scattering are two types: relay scattering and Mie scattering. Now, the dynamic light scattering, in this, particle size can be determined by measuring the random change in intensity of light scattered from suspension. It measured and interpolate the light scattering up to microseconds. So it measures real-time intensity, thus measuring the dynamic properties are size distribution, hydrodynamic radius or diameter, and diffusion coefficients. Dynamic light scattering is a technique for measuring the size of particles and molecules in suspension. This technique basically measures the speed of the particles going under Brownian motion. Brownian motion is influenced by particle size, sample viscosity, and the temperature. Now, Brownian motion is the fundamental for this DLS instruments. Brownian motion of the particle is random motion due to the bombardment by the solvent molecules surrounding them. Brownian motion of the particles are related to size. It describes the way in which very small particles move in fluid suspension. Now, DLS signal, this is obtained optical signal, shows that the random change due to the random change in the position of the particles. The noise is actually the particle motion and will be used to measure the particle size or molecule size. Correlation function is a correlation between random variables of two different points at space or time, usually as a function of distance between the points. Correlator construct correlational function which is called G tau of the scaled intensity. G tau is equal to IT into IT plus tau, where tau is time delay. And this is the correlation function. This is the graph between the intensity and time for large particles and the small particles. Stokes-Einstein equations relating particle size or molecule size to particle motion. This random motion is modeled by the Stokes-Einstein equation, which is d equal to kt upon 3 pi eta td. where small d is the hydrodynamic radius of the particle and the diameter of the sphere that has same diffusion coefficient as the particles. Temperature of the measurement must be stable as the viscosity of the liquid, and the hydrodynamic diameter, this diameter of a hard sphere that diffuses at the same speed as the particles or molecule being measured. We can see in this diagram the hydrodynamic diameter, and we should know that the how DLS works. We measured the speed at which the particles are diffusing due to the Brownian motion. Speed of diffusion is measured by measuring the rate at which the intensity of the scared light fluctuates. Small particles causes the intensity to more fluctuate than larger. It measured the diffusion coefficient by using correlation function. Fluctuations in scattered light arises for the particle in Brownian motion. A speckle pattern is obtained or observed where the position of each speckle is seen to be in constant motion, because the phase addition for moving particle is constantly evolving and forming new pattern. We can see in this diagram there is laser and incident beam and the sample cell, and we can see in this screen this is the speckle pattern, and the sample will be prepared. The sample should contain of a dispersion of particles in a liquid medium. It should be transparent. Refractive index should be different from particles. Viscosity should be known with accuracy better than 0.5% and should be compatible for the particles, and the sample should be clean. And this is the experimental setup for the DLS. In this, from the laser beam, the signal is transmitted and goes to the sample cell through attenuator. On sample cell, the signal is scattered in different direction. The detector which is at 173 degree is saturated, and other detector which is saturated with 90 degree, and we can see in analyzer or software the signals is obtained in software for data analyzer, and this is the instrumentation of DLS. And the working of DLS: in DLS, a detector is focused on a small volume that is illuminated by a laser beam. The detector measures fluctuations in the intensity of light scattered from this volume. The fluctuations are the result of micromolecules diffusing into and out of small volumes that is detector is monitoring. From the data, the translational diffusion constant of the micromolecules is determined, which in turn can be related to the radius that is a sphere with the same diffusion would have. And the applications of DLS are: we can also study the stability of nanoparticles as a function of time, good for detection the aggregation of the particles other than particles. Requirement: small volume of samples, complete recovery of sample after measurement. Sample preparation is not required for the measurement. And the limitations of DLS: we measure the hydrodynamic radius of the particles or molecules, not able to measure the actual size of the particles and molecules. The particles having size greater than 1000 nanometer are not measured by this DLS method. Size of solid particles are not measured by DLS. Thank you, students.